On this case, the first part, they have us putting a sun with the subject, a raindrop with the verb, then put a red line in between them. We can see where the subject stops and where the verb begins. So the first sentence they want us to practice with is the giant horse galloped down the street. Who can tell me what's the subject of that sentence? What would the subject be in that sentence? The giant horse galloped down the street. It's going to be in writing, Brianna, but for right now, this first part, we're just going to work on it together. The second part is where you're going to have to actually go into your work and do something. Okay? But for right now, don't worry too much. Just make sure you're able to see my screen. So who can tell me? The giant horse galloped down the street. What is the subject of this sentence? Who or what is this sentence about?
I have a question.
Yes, sir.
Do we have to do it?
Well, again, sir, this first part we're just doing together, so you just need to be able to see my screen. The only part that we're going to do on our own is going to be the second part, but I'll let you know when that is. So who can tell me the subject of this first sentence? The giant horse galloped down the street. Who or what is that sentence about? What is that sentence talking about? Alexa?
About the horse?
About the horse. So that's our subject. Giant horse. Okay. Now I need my predicate, my verb. What is that horse doing? Or what's happening to the horse? Haley?
It's galloping.
So it's gallop. Well, it says galloped, but you're right. It was galloping.
Oh.
So then I can put my line here between giant horse and galloped. Right? Again, we're going to keep working together for this part. The Wilsons love to spend time together. Who or what is my sentence about? What is my subject here?
Mister, I don't know what we're doing right now.
Right now we're working on the title of the assignment is subject verb agreement, but for right now we're working together. So I just
Okay.
need to make sure that you can see my screen, that we're paying attention. And the second part is where you'll actually do some.
Okay.
Okay. The Wilsons love to spend time together. Who or what is that sentence about? What's the subject of that sentence? Data?
The Wilsons?
The Wilsons, perfect. So the Wilsons are the subject of my sentence. Now, what is the sentence telling us that the Wilsons are doing, or what information is it giving us about the Wilsons? What is it saying about the Wilsons? Brianna?
That they love to spend time together.
They love to spend time together. So we have our line, and we put it right there. Subject, the Wilsons, and the predicate. They love to spend time together. Okay? James ate lunch with her mom. Or Jamise. Jamise? Jamise ate lunch with her mom. Who or what is the subject of that sentence? Haley. That's a rainy day today. But what's our subject, Haley?
Jamie.
Yeah, that was a hard one for me too. I think it's Jamise. I'm gonna go with that. Jamise. Okay, so she's the subject of the sentence. Who can tell me what is the predicate? What's the verb? What was Jamise doing? Or what are they telling us about Jamise? Jada. What did she do? Perfect. She ate lunch with her mom. We're going to take our line, put it between the subject and the predicate. We have it. This dog looks so cute. Okay, what's our subject? What is that sentence about? This dog looks so cute. What is the subject? What is this sentence talking about? What is this sentence focused on? Alexa?
The dog?
The dog. Okay, perfect. What about the dog? The sentence telling us, or what is the dog doing? This dog looks so cute. Brianna?
It looks cute.
It looks cute. Separate my subject and my predicate. This dog looks so cute. Okay, two more that we're going to do together. The truck drove across the bridge. The truck drove across the bridge. What's the subject of this sentence? Who or what is this sentence about? Jada? What's my subject, Jada? The truck drove across the bridge. What's the subject?
The truck?
Okay, the truck. Okay, who can tell me the predicate, the verb? What did the truck do in that sentence? What happened to the truck? Chase, make sure we're leaving the chat clear, sir. That way if people have questions or need to talk about something, they can. Bailey.
My page is still loading. So when it's done loading, could you go back and like show me what you did?
Well, like I said, this part we're doing together. You don't have to do anything on this part. You just need your attention on my screen so we can do this part together. It's the second part that you need to do on your own.
Okay.
So for right
But
now, I just need your attention here.
I know, but it's raining a lot outside right now where I am.
Okay. Make sure you're paying attention.
Hmm.
Who can tell me what the truck does? What did it do in this sentence? What are they saying about the truck? Alexa?
That it drove across the bridge.
That it drove across the bridge. Separate those two. We have my subject, the truck, and my predicate, drove across the bridge. A huge cat slept on a red mat. What's my subject? A huge cat slept on a red mat. What is my sentence talking about? What is the subject of my? Huge cat slept on a red mat. No, again, this part we're doing all together. All I need you to do is focus on my screen. We're doing this part together. The second part is what you're going to do. Like I told you, I will let you know when it's time for us to change things on our copy. So what's the subject? Brianna? What is this sentence talking about?
That a cat slept on a mat.
Well, that's the whole sentence, but what's the subject? Who or what is my sentence about?
The cat.
The cat. That's my subject. Okay. Now, who can help out Brianna with the rest? What is that cat doing, or what happened to that cat? What did the cat do, or what happened to the cat in that sentence? Nakai, what did the cat do?
The cat slept on the red mat.
Perfect. The cat slept. Take my line, separate my subject, my predicate. All right. The next part, this is the part that we're going to do, and I'm going to give you a little bit of time for each slide to do on your own. But explain first. Here, we see that they give us a subject. The subject is dogs. Then they give us verbs, singular and a plural verb. What we have to decide is which verb do we use, and then we write a sentence. So an example for this first one might be, we have the subject dogs, so I can start off my sentence saying the dogs. Then I have to think, should it be the dogs run, or should it be the dogs runs? Well, since my subject is plural, I need a plural verb. In that case, that would be this, run. The dogs run, and then I just need to finish that sentence. The dogs run across the yard. So that's all we're doing on these slides. So I'm going to give you about a minute, minute and a half, and I want you to try to finish this next one. Our subject is boy, and we either need to use the verb jump or jumps. Take that time, write your sentence here, and then we'll see what ideas we could come up with together.
Jumps.
Okay, so the boy jumps, and then how could we finish that sentence?
Um,
The boy jumps what?
at the playground.
Okay, that could be my sentence. The boy jumps at the playground. Is there another sentence besides that we came up with? How else could we end that sentence? The boy jumps what? Alexa, what do you think? The boy jumps what?
On the trampoline?
Okay, the boy jumps on the trampoline. Perfect. Does anybody else have something different besides the park or trampoline? Bella, what do you think? What could we have put there to end the sentence?
The boy jumps in the pool?
Okay, the boy jumps in the pool. So any of those would work. We want the boy jumps, and then I'm going to put on mine, I'm going to put some dots. And it's however you want to finish that sentence. If you want to have him jump at the park, on the trampoline, in the pool, any of those are good. Okay, the next slide, slide 12, has two charts for us, two boxes. One sentence, they want us to write about penguins. And we need to use either the verb waddle or waddles. And the next one, we have to use the subject horses and either use the verb gallop or gallops. So again, I'm going to give you about 3 or 4 minutes to write down those two sentences. So one about penguins on the top and then one about horses on the bottom. And then we'll check them together to see if we use the right verbs and see a few different ways to end our sentences. On the ice, very good. Because penguins live in very cold places. Any of those would be great ways to end the sentence. My penguins waddle to their home. My penguins waddle to get food. My penguins waddle on the ice. Any way you chose to end that sentence is fine. What about the second sentence? Our subject is horses. Who can tell me what verb should we match with horses? Would it be gallop or gallops? Heidine, what verb should we match with horses?
Gallops.
So it would be, let's say the horses gallop or the horses gallops.
The horses gallops.
When you have a plural subject like horses, it's got the S at the end, you want a plural verb. It can be a little bit confusing, but with verbs, if you want a plural verb, you want the one that doesn't have the S. If it has the S, that means it's a singular.
Okay. Do I write what you write?
Well, what I'm writing on mine is just the beginning of the sentence. And the ending is where we can kind of decide how we want to end this. So for this one, it should begin something like the horses gallop. And
Okay.
you can tell me, how could you end the sentence? The horses gallop what?
The horses gallop to go find some food.
They could be hungry too, to go find some food. Chase, you said you had one? How else could I end it, Chase? The horses gallop in the farm. I like it because horses would definitely spend a lot of time at a farm. How else could I end the sentence? The horses gallop what? Where else might the horses be galloping, or why might they be galloping? Who else can give me a good ending for that sentence? Brianna?
Because they're in the race.
The horses gallop because they're in a race. Very good one. That would definitely be a reason for them to gallop. If they're in a race, they wouldn't just be walking slowly across the track. They'd want to run as fast as they can. Okay? Slide 13. Same thing. Two sentences. One, the subject is students, and we need to use either work or works. Second sentence, our subject is tree. We need to use either stand or stands. Again, I'm going to give you about 3 to 4 minutes, then we'll check them together. Who can tell me for that first sentence, the subject should have been students? What's a sentence I could write with the subject of students? And I need either the verb work or works. Heidine? What verb should I have picked, Heidine?
You should pick the students are working on the not finished homework.
Okay, So I would want to use the verb work. So the students, I click here. The students work, and then we said on their homework. That'd be a good way to end the sentence. How else could I end it? The students work. What else could the students work on? Violet, what else could the students work on?
Homework.
On their homework. What else? What else could the students work on? Ezekiel?
They could work on they could work on reading.
Okay, the students work on reading. Chase, you have another one? What else could the students work on? On a test. Very good. All right, what about my second sentence? My subject should be tree, and then I need either the verb stand or stands. Alexa, what do you think?
The tree stands straight and tall.
Ooh, I like it. The tree stands, said straight and tall. How else could I finish that sentence? The tree stands what? How else could the tree stand, or where else could the tree stand? Ideen? How else could I end it?
Uh, there is a bird nest in the trees that's standing straight up.
If I do that, I'm changing my subject from the tree to the bird's nest. But I could say the tree stands straight up. That would be a good one.
Okay.
Who can tell me, where else might you see a tree? Where would you normally see trees at? Violet?
Park.
In a park. The tree stands in a park. That would be a good way to end it. Okay. Last slide. Again, I'll give you about 3 to 4 minutes. 2 sentences. One is about a tiger. And the tiger needs to use either hunt or hunts, whichever one matches with our subject. And then our last sentence is about Karamo, somebody. And we need to use either the verb eat or eats. I'll give you some time to work on that. Okay, last 2 sentences, let's check them together. Our subject needs to be tiger. Who can tell me what verb matches with tiger? Okay?
Eats.
Okay,
Wait,
tiger hunts. Very good. So it's not eats, that's the second one. But hunts. So what could the tiger hunt, Nakai?
Hunt for food.
Okay, very good. Tiger hunts. Good for food. Okay, Sebastian, hopefully that helps you out then. How else could I end that sentence? The tiger hunts what? Alexa?
For its prey.
Okay, it's prey. Chase, do you have a different way to end it? The tiger hunts what? What else could the tiger hunt? Deer. Okay, the tiger hunts deer. Any of those would be great ways to end that sentence. And our last sentence. Karamo. So Karamo, who can tell me what verb matches with Karamo? Eat or eats? Jaylene, what verb would match with Karamo?
Eat.
So it should be Karamo eat.
Because for the sentence that I put Kuramo went to go eat at a restaurant.
Ah, we're adding different verbs in there. We're adding helping verbs. They want just one of these verbs by itself. So if I did add some helping verbs and I say went to go eat, then yes, that would work out fine. But by itself, I need the verb eats because Karamo is singular. He's one person. I need the verb eats. What you could try, Sebastian, if it's not letting you work on your work and be in the call at the same time, is get out of the call, let the work load, and then come back into the call. Okay, Sebastian? So if it kicks you out again, finish the work first and then come back into the call. So Karamo eats. We said one of us, let's see, let me check the chat. Karamo eats the deer. What is something else that he could eat? Okay, hang on real quick. How else could I end that sentence? So Karamo eats the deer. Chase, you said you had one? What else could Karamo eat? Brianna said fish. Noah, you have one? What else could Karamo eat? Oh, pig. Okay, so Karamo eats, or yeah, Karamo eats pig. That might work. What was yours, Chase? How else would you end the sentence? Steak. Okay. Any of those would be great ways to end that sentence. All right. So we've gotten, or we worked on slide 11, 12, 13, and 14. Once we have our sentences, go ahead and turn it in, and we're finished with this slide. Remember, don't worry about these ones. These top ones here, slide 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. You don't have to worry about those because we did those together. The only ones you have to make sure that you have are slides 11, 12, 13, 14. Yes, Carly.
The slides that are 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. I don't know the answers for those.
Those are the ones that we were doing together. You don't have to move the sun or the raindrop on those.
No, like I don't know them with the line.
Yeah, you don't have to move those. We did those ones together. The only ones you have to make sure that you have are these last four: 11, 12, 13, 14. Violet, you had a question?
Continue.
What's Karamo?
Karamo is someone's name.
That's what I thought.
So why are you guys saying like fish and stuff?
Because people eat fish.
I know. I mean, it sounds like a type of animal.
Oh, people eat fish too. It's not just animals
Yeah,
that eat fish.
but mostly no one eats pig in America.
Yeah, they do. They eat things like bacon. They eat what? They eat pork chops. That's really popular.
Sausage.
Chicharrones, sausage, definitely. Carnitas, very, very popular. Chorizo, all sorts of things that are made out of pig. Nakai,
I accidentally did the 9, 8, 7, 6, 5,
if you
4,
did those
and
ones,
3.
it's not a big deal. No problem. You just have to make sure that those last four are done when you put it in. Yes, Heidi.
Isn't bacon made out of pig?
Yep, bacon is made out of pig. I mean, there's a
Bologna.
few other steps that go into it, but yes.
What about bologna?
It can be. It depends on the bologna you buy.
Oh, okay.